hugely anticipated for a really, really long time for the last year, and now it's finally here. All the waiting, all the sort of, oh, is this gonna live up to the hype? Is Jared Leto's Joker gonna be as good as Heath Ledger's Joker from 8 years ago in The Dark Knight? And I'm pleased to say, yes, thumbs up from me because I, I gotta say, it is. It's the kind of film. It's so good that you could keep going back to it and watching it to pick up everything. I think I pretty much picked up everything. I love this film. I think it's exactly what DC needed after Batman v Superman happened because people didn't really seem that happy with Batman v Superman. I'm still gonna see it, and I know it probably won't be that great, but obviously there are references in this to that, and obviously there are sort of some references to Man of Steel. But obviously I've seen Man of Steel, so I sort of get those bits. But it doesn't. I don't think it ruins the experience to watch the movie if you haven't seen Batman v Superman, because obviously people seem to be reacting really well to Suicide Squad. Not so much the critics from Twitter, but who really cares about critics on Twitter? For God's sake, I don't use Twitter, and I find it quite boring if I'm honest. But so to the film, Harley Quinn. I mean, it's been so long. We've finally got Harley Quinn on screen in a live action film, and Margot Robbie is brilliant. I mean, there's a little thing with her voice that does sort of change, just get quite sort of theatrical, like she's sort of playing this character larger than life, as sort of like she's in the play. But I still like that. I thought that went really well, and I like sort of her moments of comedy and stuff like that, and they put in some funny lines for her. Jared Leto, amazing as a new form of the Joker. But the only problem I have with this film, and this is actually the only thing, not in it long enough. I mean, he's only in the movie for about 15 minutes, and he seems to sort of go in and out of it more than Heath Ledger's Joker in the Dark Knight. Because with the Dark Knight, there was obviously he had about 15 minutes of screen time. He had a supporting role, but I guess you could sort of say this is supporting. But Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn is in this movie more, and you know I would have liked more stuff with them as well. I mean, that's also like, so it's connected sort of two things, but it's kind of like a one big thing because it involves obviously Harley Quinn and the Joker. Um, I like the new way they've obviously done the Joker. Like, say, the form that they've done of this new Joker, it is different to Ledger's Joker because obviously there's a scene in the beginning where there's a thing that she works at a strip club, and then some guys try and sort of get into it, and then the Joker doesn't like it and then shoots him in the face and sort of makes out that it's okay, but then just boom. But he's a minor character, so I can say what I want about that. He wasn't really integral to the plot. Um, but yeah, great. I mean, it's so good. It's a real sigh of relief because you never really know going into this how a movie's going to do. I mean, I thought it was going to be great from the trailer, so I was hoping, it would be up there at least. So it's the kind of thing to me that it knocks, it like hits. I think knocks is the wrong word. It hits on every single cylinder so great, so greatly. I would say the movie's perfect because it does obviously have some flaws because obviously, like I say, the Harley Quinn and Joker thing and all that, like I already said. But Will Smith, brilliant as Deadshot, really, really terrific. And I love Will Smith anyway, but I think he's so good in this part. I mean, it's so many different dimensions we've seen of him. I mean, he's nailed it. He really nailed it. And the annoying thing I think about this movie is that it's such a good movie and there's so many great performances in it, but it will be overlooked next year at the Academy because it's a comic book movie. Because comic book movies don't generally do very well. Um, but I love all the characters in it. I think there's quite a lot of little subplots going on, but I think they meshed them in well. I don't think it overcomplicated things. I didn't really know Cara Delevingne was in it, and she was very good, but I didn't really know. They kind of kept that sort of under wraps, but I'm glad I didn't watch the Comic Con trailer because I didn't really see the point. The movie's about to come out, so I don't really understand why people want to do that. And David Ayer for me has been very, very good with his films up to this point, and he still is maintaining that. And because he obviously made Fury 2 years ago, which was a really excellent, excellent film, amazing. I thought it was really terrific. And obviously, then he made that movie, Christian Bale movie in 2005. I kind of forget what it's called, but that was really good. Um, Harsh Times, that was it, Harsh Times. And now he's made this, which is a blockbuster. So he's done something very different to Fury and Harsh Times, and he's taken something on a big scale. And I think he's done it really, really well. I think because some directors kind of struggle a little bit with a blockbuster kind of film because they go from one thing and they go to then a big blockbuster film. Like, say, for Mark Webb with The Amazing Spider Man, the first one. The second one was a lot better, but the first one wasn't that great. After he did like an indie film like 500 Days of Summer, which is a really brilliant film, and then he did Amazing Spider Man, the first one, it kind of felt a little bit. The studio asked you to make that. I mean, it wasn't a terrible film, but in comparison, I think that David Ayers made the right steps to get to here to make this kind of movie, you know? And just overall, I think it's a really great movie. I think the way that they're all teamed up works really, really well. I love the way that Harley Quinn just makes like little quips or has something to say in the conversation. And there's like a scene in the bar, I don't really want to spoil anything, but that scene was really good. That she's trying to make a point about somebody's trying to say, oh, we should be more than this, we should have normal lives. And she starts having to go, no, no, we don't have that. But I won't go into spoiler territory and all that. But yeah, I think it's a great movie. I think it's definitely something you'd have to watch quite a few times because it's that good. And you definitely will pick up on maybe some things you missed a little bit the first time. But generally, I think I picked up on most of the things there. And I really enjoyed it. And I think it's a knockout. I think it's exactly what DC needed after Batman v Superman. Like I say, it didn't really work that well with audiences and critics. I mean, it's almost perfect. It's that good, and I'll be seeing it again this next week because it's that great. And for me, I'd say 9 out of 10.